Across the untamed expanse of Africa, a world of breathtaking intensity unfolds. This is a land where every breath is earned, where survival is shaped by relentless challenges and the constant shadow of predators moving with silent purpose. Nothing is guaranteed in this harsh arena, governed solely by nature's unforgiving rules. Here, life endures through a cycle, both brutal and essential. Some will fall so that thousands more can continue. Though harsh, this rhythm sustains the intricate balance that keeps the wilderness alive. Predators sharpen their precision, prey refine their awareness, and even the smallest creatures cling to existence through remarkable adaptability. Each sunrise awakens a new test. At any moment, a quiet morning can erupt into a deadly chase, an unexpected ambush, or a desperate stand for survival. Yet amid this raw violence, Africa reveals a majestic beauty, one that only emerges in places where life must fight for every heartbeat. Millions of years ago, the Lengai volcano released an extraordinary ash rich in calcium and phosphorus. Over time, this mineral-laden ash gave rise to some of the most nutrient-dense grasses on Earth. The wildebeest are not merely chasing seasonal rains, they are following the ancient legacy of the volcano. These minerals feed vast grasslands that stretch like a green tapestry across the basalt plains. Within this timeless cycle, the Great Migration is more than a struggle for survival. It is a powerful expression of nature's enduring rhythm. This immense herd, numbering around 1.5 million animals, is constantly on the move. Every year they travel a circular route of nearly 1,200 miles across the 11,600 square mile Serengeti Mara ecosystem. Half of their journey unfolds across Tanzania's Serengeti Plains, while the other half spans Kenya's Masai Mara National Reserve. Their path is anything but random. Each movement is driven by instinctive wisdom. The search for fresh grazing, reliable water, and safe calving grounds. The three essentials that sustain life on the unforgiving savanna. When rain falls in a distant region and new grass emerges, the herd immediately shifts direction. They abandon past lands not out of disregard, but because survival demands constant motion. The dramatic river crossings where hundreds of thousands plunge into crocodile-infested waters produce scenes both heartbreaking and awe-inspiring. Each migration season leaves behind an estimated 35,000 pounds of carcasses in the rivers. Yet this flow of death becomes a vital pulse of life for the aquatic world. Phosphorus levels rise by more than 450%. Carbon by 191%, and nitrogen by 78%, enriching the riverbeds and accelerating nutrient cycles. With every step, the wildebeest nourish the landscape as much as it sustains them. Their journey is not only a testament to endurance, but also the very heartbeat of East Africa. The sun has only just risen over the Ndutu Plains, and a thin veil of morning mist still hangs close to the earth. In the cool, quiet air, a pride of lionesses moves with deliberate silence toward its target. They have been shadowing the wildebeest herd since the previous evening, and now the moment to attack has finally arrived. A young wildebeest begins to lag behind the others, a fleeting chance the lionesses know they cannot waste. Two of them slip along the herd's sides, their role to steer the animals into a dead-end zone. Far ahead, another lioness crouches low in the grass, positioned to cut off any possible escape route. The wildebeest start to sense danger. Some leap and buck nervously, their hooves pounding against the ground as panic spreads. The herd bolts for open terrain, and at that precise instant, the hidden lioness explodes from her cover. Her body moves with a perfect blend of strength and accuracy, lunging forward at nearly 37 mph. Her claws latch onto the flank of her prey, and her jaws clamp around its throat, severing vessels and choking off air. Within seconds, the hunt is finished. The rest of the herd escapes, leaving a single fallen member behind. Male lions with thick dark manes signal high testosterone levels, a sign of dominance, vitality, and strong genetics. The shade and fullness of a lion's mane directly mirror his reproductive potential and rank within the pride. Lion cubs are not limited to nursing from their own mothers. They can suckle from any female producing milk. This shared caregiving boosts their chances of survival and reinforces the social unity of the pride. Spotted hyenas are also quick to exploit the synchronized birthing of the wildebeest. Far from being mere scavengers, they are formidable hunters capable of taking down adult wildebeest, zebras, and even young hippos. In fact, animals they kill themselves make up between 60% and 95% of their daily food intake. One hyena notices a newborn wildebeest calf and slips through the mass of moving bodies to reach it. It clamps down with a powerful bite to the calf's hip, but the mother arrives just in time. Lowering her head, she drives the predator back with her horns while steering her calf toward the safety of the herd. The Ngorongoro crater is not only an ideal landscape for ambush predators, but also a natural stronghold for hyenas. Within an area of less than 15 square miles, their population density can climb to nearly 470 individuals. Across the sweeping Serengeti plains, a relentless pursuit unfolds. Spotted hyenas hunt with remarkable coordination, almost like a tactical military unit. a small team of 3 to 5 breaks away from the larger clan, arranging themselves into a strategic formation. Instead of relying on sudden bursts of speed, they depend on astonishing endurance. Their hunts often stretch across 1 to 3 miles, not an explosive chase, but a grueling trial of stamina. Hyenas don't need to outrun their prey. They simply have to outlast it. Once the target collapses from exhaustion, the first bites seal its fate. With a jaw pressure exceeding 1,000 pounds, they can snap a spine with ease. Unlike most carnivores, hyenas waste nothing. Bones, hooves, cartilage, and even teeth are crushed and digested. In ecological terms, they are among nature's most efficient recyclers. By consuming carcasses entirely, they reduce the spread of disease, return nutrients to the soil, and help sustain the balance of the savanna ecosystem. The plain zebra wears a coat marked with a pattern as individual as a fingerprint. No two animals share the same arrangement of stripes. This not only helps researchers distinguish between individuals, but also allows zebras to recognize one another within herds that can number in the thousands. In the chaos of the savanna, their stripes function like a visual signature. The mystery behind these stripes has long intrigued scientists. When zebras cluster together, their contrasting patterns blend into a confusing visual haze, making it difficult for predators such as lions to isolate a single target. Recent research even indicates that the polarized light reflected from their stripes can interfere with the orientation systems of tsetse flies and horseflies, discouraging them from landing. Beneath this striking exterior lies a remarkably robust animal. Zebras can reach speeds of up to 40 mph. Within the Great Migration, their movement is far from random. It is a finely tuned ecological process. Zebras act as trailblazers, grazing on the coarse, dry upper layers of grass. By trimming these tougher parts, they reveal the softer, nutrient-rich shoots underneath, which then become ideal food for the millions of wildebeest that follow. This feeding strategy allows zebras to endure in areas where nutrients are scarce, while simultaneously shaping the landscape. In this way, they become quiet but powerful ecosystem engineers. Satellite observations have documented more than 250,000 zebras joining the migration. Their hippocampus, the brain region responsible for spatial memory, is exceptionally developed, enabling them to navigate with remarkable accuracy across hundreds of miles. At the heart of the Ndutu Plains rests Lake Ndutu, a highly alkaline body of water whose pH can climb to 10.5. While such conditions make the lake inhospitable for most aquatic creatures, its abundance of sodium carbonate creates the perfect environment for microalgae, such as spirulina. These algae form the main food source for the vibrant flocks of flamingos that gather here during the rainy months. In years with plentiful rainfall, Lake Ndutu can transform into a spectacular breeding ground for hundreds of thousands of lesser flamingos. This species, the smallest yet most numerous of all flamingos, boasts a population of more than 2.2 million individuals throughout East Africa. Despite their delicate appearance, they flourish in extreme conditions marked by caustic waters, scorching mud, and intense sunlight. Their diet consists almost entirely of cyanobacteria and diatoms microorganisms rich in carotenoids, the pigments responsible for their iconic pinkish-orange coloring. Their uniquely shaped, downward curving bills contain more than 10,000 filtering lamellae, enabling them to strain water at an astonishing rate of up to 20 times per second. A remarkable feat of natural filtration. The puff adder is one of Africa's most recognizable venomous snakes, a true master of ambush. Its name comes from its signature defensive display when threatened. It inflates its body and releases a deep, menacing hiss. If provoked further, its long fangs deliver a powerful venom capable of causing severe tissue damage, blistering, and, without treatment, even the loss of limbs. According to the World Health Organization, it remains the deadliest snake on the continent in terms of human fatalities. Yet even with its potent venom and near-perfect camouflage, the puff adder must give way to one remarkable adversary, the secretary bird. Its name recalls the appearance of 19th century clerks, with grey feathers resembling formal attire and long black quills sticking from the back of its head, like pens tucked behind an ear. Unlike most raptors that hunt from the sky, the secretary bird is a ground-dwelling predator. It is renowned for its ability to kill snakes, including highly venomous species such as cobras and puff adders. Each strike from its long, scaled legs delivers a force up to 5 times its body weight in less than 15 milliseconds. These kicks are not only incredibly fast, but astonishingly accurate, often aimed at the head or neck to end the fight in a single, lethal blow. As heavy footsteps press deep into the soil, the towering form of the African bush elephant emerges. With their immense size and formidable presence, they are animals even Nile crocodiles choose not to confront. The African bush elephant is the world's largest land mammal. Adult males can reach heights of up to 13 feet and weigh more than 15,000 pounds. Their broad ears, shaped strikingly like the African continent, flap continuously. Beneath the thick hide lies a complex network of blood vessels that functions as a natural cooling system. Their trunks, containing more than 40,000 individual muscles, serve as precise and versatile tools for feeding, drinking, and communication. As the herd approaches the Grumeti River, they encounter more than just the need to drink. The waters are often turbid and teeming with hidden threats. The adults typically stop to observe the river carefully before stepping in. The vulnerable calves, easily startled and physically weaker, are enclosed within a protective ring formed by the larger elephants. Every choice the herd makes is guided by the wisdom of the oldest female, the matriarch. An adult elephant requires up to 330 pounds of vegetation and more than 50 gallons of water each day. When the plains dry out, elephants rely on their tusks to dig shallow wells, uncovering hidden pockets of groundwater. These long, curved tusks are symbols of majesty, yet also the cause of terrible tragedy, as thousands of elephants are still killed for ivory annually. Despite this, they remain essential to the Serengeti's ecological balance. Elephants are true ecosystem engineers. Their dung is far from mere waste. It is a nutrient-rich fertilizer that spreads seeds across vast distances, enabling forests and savannas to regenerate and thrive. After crossing the Grumeti River, the wildebeest continue their journey in search of fresh grazing grounds. But ahead of them waits a species whose mastery of teamwork surpasses even their own, the African wild dog. At first sight, these predators resemble moving paintings, their coats splashed with irregular patches of black, white, gold, and brown. Yet this striking appearance is more than aesthetic. Each dog's unique pattern serves as effective camouflage in the field. Their hunting prowess, however, comes from far more than their coloring. Long, lean legs, equipped with only 4 toes, and no dew claw are evolutionary adaptations that reduce drag and conserve energy during long-distance pursuits. Their large, rounded ears act like finely tuned satellite dishes, swiveling independently to detect sounds from miles away. Then the chase begins. A small subgroup splits from the main pack, choosing a specific animal to isolate. They begin at a steady trot of around 6 marked, gradually wearing the prey down. As the target struggles to break away, pack members rotate positions, ensuring relentless pressure. The moment the prey stumbles or loses rhythm, the entire pack surges forward, accelerating past 40 mopi and closing the circle. Every dog performs its role with remarkable precision, a strategy shaped by millions of years of evolution. According to the Wildlife Conservation Society, African wild dogs achieve a hunting success rate of 70–90%, the highest of any large carnivore. Their advantage does not lie in brute strength, but in flawless coordination. The marabou stork is often called the Undertaker bird, a name inspired not only by its somber appearance, but also by its crucial role as one of nature's most efficient cleanup specialists. Its bald head and neck allow it to probe deeply into decaying carcasses without trapping fluids or bacteria, something that would cause severe infections if feathers were present in those areas. This species is among the largest flying land birds in the world. A marabou stork can reach a height of nearly 5 feet, and its wingspan can stretch beyond 10 feet. Despite their imposing size, their bodies remain relatively light, thanks to hollow bones in their legs and toes. In flight, they soar effortlessly at altitudes above 14,800 feet, allowing them to conserve energy while scanning vast landscapes for carrion. They frequently accompany vultures, forming a highly effective scavenging team. While vultures tear open tough hides with their strong, hooked beaks, the marabou stork uses its long, stout, wedge-shaped bill to reach deep into crevices and extract meat that other scavengers cannot access. Among the wildebeest travels a smaller antelope, a favored target for swift and hungry cheetahs, the Thompson's gazelle. In a landscape where survival hinges on agility and awareness, the Thompson's gazelle represents a rare grace amid the harsh realities of the savanna. Capable of reaching speeds of up to 56 mph and making razor-sharp turns, it forces predators like cheetahs to plan every movement with precision. When alarmed, the gazelle springs high into the air with all four legs stiff, a behavior known as stotting. This action acts both as a warning signal to others and a demonstration of its strength and fitness. Rather than leading the migration, the Thompson's gazelle tends to move along the outer edges or behind the main herd. Not from weakness, but from strategy. Staying on the periphery helps it avoid drawing attention, conserve precious energy, and still benefit from the path cleared by larger animals. Small though it may be, the Thompson's gazelle plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. The leopard's solitary, silent, and impossibly stealthy survives not through strength in numbers, but through mastery of concealment and the art of remaining unseen. It is a creature of contrast, immense power, packed into a compact frame, paired with an unparalleled ability to disappear into its surroundings. Unlike lions, it avoids open conflict. Its success depends on invisibility. With a coat covered in rosettes that dissolve into dappled light or rocky shadows, the leopard becomes one with the landscape. In near-perfect silence, it surveys its environment, calculating each movement with patience and surgical precision. But perhaps its most astonishing skill is its ability to drag prey heavier than itself high into the branches of a tree, a feat that showcases both remarkable strength and refined technique. This talent is made possible by an extraordinary anatomical adaptation, exceptionally flexible ankle joints. A leopard can rotate its hind ankles almost 180 degrees. Allowing it to grip bark securely and descend headfirst with control that no other big cat possesses. This ability transforms trees into both an escape route and a fortified storage place for its kills. Unlike many predators, it prefers to dine in the treetops, safe among sturdy branches and out of reach of hyenas and lions. The leopard is not merely a hunter, it is a strategist, an embodiment of intelligence and adaptability in the African wilderness. A solitary existence demands constant awareness. Without the support of a pride, every hunt and every victory is the result of individual skill alone. Females raise their cubs entirely on their own, hiding them in rocky crevices or dense thickets. Despite their vigilance, cub mortality remains high due to threats from rival predators. Of all Africa's big cats, the leopard is the most adaptable. It thrives in environments ranging from open savannas to thick forests and rugged mountains. This adaptability explains its broad distribution, but also places it in frequent proximity to competing predators, forcing it to rely even more heavily on stealth and avoidance. Silent strength, flawless camouflage, and strategic brilliance define the leopard, a hunter both brutal and invisible, revealing itself only at the final, decisive moment. The chimpanzee appears, moving gently through the green, damp vegetation. Among the forest shadows and scattered light, it begins its daily search for ripe fruits and seeds, and sometimes, in coordinated effort, it joins others to hunt smaller primates. Their tool use may seem simple, but it is far more than instinct. It is culture. Across Africa, different chimpanzee groups develop their own distinct toolkits, each shaped by generations of transmitted knowledge. One community may excel at cracking nuts with carefully chosen stones, while another becomes expert at fishing termites with slender sticks. Each group is a living archive of inherited techniques. Chimpanzees probe for insects with crafted tools, crack open even the toughest shells with stone hammers, and skillfully access food hidden in tree hollows or riverbanks. A 2024 study revealed that their tool use is even more sophisticated than once thought. Chimpanzees can carry multiple tools and use them in a deliberate sequence, each serving a specific step in the task. Their diet is dominated by ripe fruits. Over 64% of their foraging time is devoted to finding them. The remainder includes leaves, seeds, and insects such as ants and termites. During the rainy season, the forest transforms. Moisture awakens new growth, fruits swell in abundance, and the chimpanzees respond by traveling more widely and forming temporary fluid groups. High above, another predator silently observes from a bare branch. It is the martial eagle, Africa's largest bird of prey, with an impressive wingspan reaching nearly 812 feet. From this elevated vantage point, its extraordinary field of vision allows it to detect the slightest movement, a young monkey shifting in the canopy, or a large bird gliding between branches. Once a target is chosen, the eagle dives like an arrow, swift, precise, and utterly lethal. At this time of year, hot winds rise from the ground and form powerful updrafts. The martial eagle rides these currents like invisible sky roads, soaring for hours over its hunting territory with barely a single flap of its wings. Its presence is essential to the health of the woodland ecosystem. As the apex predator of the skies, the martial eagle regulates populations of smaller birds and insectivorous species, providing balance from above just as the leopard does on the ground. Yet, this magnificent raptor faces a precarious future. Since 2020, the International Union for Conservation of Nature has classified the martial eagle as an endangered species, a reminder of how fragile even the mightiest hunters can become in a changing world. As the sun sinks behind Africa's blazing horizon, the battlefield of survival slowly quiets. After relentless chases, sudden ambushes, and moments where life and death are separated by a single heartbeat, nature regains its deceptive calm. Here, every breath is a struggle, and survival is earned, never granted. In this unforgiving arena, some will fall so that thousands of others may carry on. It is the harsh but essential balance that has shaped the wild for millennia. The strong push forward, the vulnerable fade into the shadows, and the eternal cycle of nature begins again with the first light of dawn. And so, Within this raw mix of beauty and brutality, Africa continues to write its untamed story, one of instinct, resilience, and an unbreakable will to live. If you love exploring the wild with us, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Hidden Planet TV for more journeys into nature's fiercest battles.